Welcome to Monetizing Purpose, where we pursue purpose, earning a living, doing what we love. Today we are talking about purposeful business. Hey, purposeful business. As you look at your life and as you look at the legacy that you want to leave for your children and their children, you cannot leave them a proper legacy without building for them and for yourself a purposeful business. Now, what is a purposeful business? A purposeful business, it's a business that's built on your purpose. Now, in other words, when you are going into entrepreneurship, you don't go hoping to find a purpose or a cause. No. You don't go into business hoping to find a cause or a purpose that your business can be built on. Now, what happens is that you've got a purpose for your life. The original intent for your creation. You've discovered what your purpose is. Now, from that discovery of your purpose, you build a business on it. The very same purpose that you have, that you're going to be building your business on, is the same purpose that your family will be pursuing. You know, one of the most tragic things that happens in our families is that we don't communicate the purpose that we have. Then the family has no purpose. When the children are going to be pursuing whatever ventures it is that they are pursuing, they end up being confused. They start by seeking their own individual purposes. Whereas if we as the parents could have communicated the purpose that it is that we have, the purpose that the family has, we could all be pursuing its fulfillment together. You know, this is something that usually happens in one of the top 1% families or in the rich families. What happens is that the founder has got a purpose or a vision and they communicate it throughout their family. Every time when they are with their children, they are communicating it. This is a purpose that we have. My purpose as your father, the purpose that we are pursuing as this particular family is to make sure that we do 1, 2, 3, 4. And because of because the children are constantly reminded of the purpose that it is that they are pursuing, they catch the purpose and they buy into the purpose. So when they even go out to further their studies or as they progress with their academic life, when they go to whether it's varsity or college or whatever it is there in your country, the child, one of them says, hey, you know what? Mom and Dad, I want to be an accountant. Then the father asks, why is it that you want to become an accountant? I want to become an accountant because I don't want us as a family to be spending so much money in accountancy and consultancy fees. I want to make sure that the skill sets of accounting is in the family. Another one would say, hey, I want to become a lawyer. I want us as a family to be able to take care of our own legal affairs. You see, that only happens when you've got a purpose. You have communicated, or you consistently communicate the purpose with your wife. You consistently communicate the purpose with your children, and everyone buys into that particular purpose. So number one, we are saying that if you are going to build a purposeful business, it starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with us, the founders. Look at your life. Ask yourself, what's the purpose of my life? What am I created for? What's the unique assignment that I was created and called to create and to build? What's the mark that God had in mind when he was creating me? What's that mark that only I can leave? What are those footprints in the sense of time that only I can leave for others to follow? Hey! There is a purpose for your life. There is a purpose for your creation. Don't let your purpose and your business venture be two different things? If they are two different things, what you're going to find out is that tomorrow, when you want to fulfill the purpose that it is that you have, tomorrow, when you want to pursue the fulfillment of your purpose, now you are going to have to choose. Do I choose my personal purpose, or do I choose the purpose of the business? And to be safe and to not waste time and resources in two different ventures, I recommend that purpose, that personal purpose that you have, let it also be the purpose for your business. For me, my purpose and my vision is to transform followers into leaders. And those leaders will serve their gifts to better humanity. And not only will they serve their gifts to better humanity, they will also partner and to help other people or other organizations to do the same. This is my personal vision. This is my personal purpose that it is that I am pursuing with my life. Guess what? It's the same purpose and vision that I am pursuing with monetizing purpose. It's the same vision and purpose that I'm pursuing with igniting dreams within. It's still the same purpose and vision that it is that I'm pursuing with the School of Kingdom Leadership and Management. Everywhere where I am transforming followers into leaders. I am developing leaders, whether it's when I'm hosting leadership workshops at church, whether it's I'm hosting leadership workshops in different companies, is to transform the follower into becoming a leader so that they can use the unique gift and the talent that God created and gave them, using it to better humanity. And not only to end there, but to also help others to do this everywhere where I am. I am pursuing it. So I don't have to choose. I don't have to choose my business. I don't have to choose my non-profit. I don't have to choose church. Everywhere where I am pursuing the same purpose and the same vision. That's the benefit. We said, number one, to build a purposeful business, it starts with you. It starts with your purpose. Even the girlfriend or the wife or whatever it is that you want, make sure before we start dating and we start, before we even get married and making children, in that process, when I want to know you, the first question I'm going to ask, or the question that I ask, what is your purpose? What's the vision that you have for your life? You know what? Because, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who's got a purpose or a vision that's different from mine. I want to be in a relationship. I want to marry someone whose purpose and vision will complement mine. Whose purpose and vision will not, they don't have to choose to be with me or their purpose. They don't have to choose to either raise kids with me or pursue their purpose. They don't have to choose a career or be with me and start No. I want perfect synchronicity. Number two, we are saying that number one, the first thing to building a purposeful business, it starts with you and your purpose. And number two, it continues to the relationships that you have. Your wife, your children. They are the first people that they need to buy into your vision. They are the first group of people that need to buy into your purpose. Because ultimately, if there is any choosing that's going to be made, you are going to either be choosing to spend time with your wife, or choose spending time with your children, or spend time with your wife and children, or your husband and children, or you can fulfill your purpose. How great would it be when spending time with my wife or spending time with my kids, or spending time with my wife and kids, my husband and my kids, is the same thing as I am fulfilling my purpose. Where I don't need to do a work-life balance thing. I don't need to choose which things in my personal life do I need to remove, because they are the same thing. Number one, when your purpose and your relationships are aligned in purpose, then you can build a purposeful business. Hey, just imagine you are going somewhere in the world. Somewhere in the world wherever it is that you are called for to come and fulfill that particular purpose that it is that you have. And you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose to say, do I take my wife or do I take my children? No. It's one and the when you've got the unity of purpose in your personal vision, with your family life, with your romantic life and your business, you don't have to choose. It's one and the same thing. When I'm traveling, I'm coming along with my wife. When I'm traveling or when I'm going to fulfill my purpose in whichever part of the world that may be, I am going with my wife and my kids, because when I'm with my wife, when I'm with my kids, I am fulfilling my purpose. When I'm making memories with my wife and my children, I am doing the same thing. When I'm making memories with my wife and my children, I am fulfilling my purpose. Hey! Build a business on your purpose. Don't build a separate business and don't have a separate purpose. Build a business on your purpose. Let your purpose and your business be one and the same thing. Let there be unity. Unity in your personal life. Unity in your romantic life. Unity everywhere. You know, I love what my mentor said to me one day. I remember we were at a car wash and my mentor was visiting town, because my mentor he now stays in Pretoria, and he was visiting my hood where his family is, his mother is, and his immediate family members are, and he was here in the community, and I called him and I said, hey, when you are back in Bologwana, please let me know so that we could spend some time. And I spent some time with him, his wife and the children, and we had a great time. Then the next day, when he was coming to my hood to wash his car, we had a chance to sit down. And he said to me something very powerful that I've never forgotten even today. He said to me, Mr. Maulo, you see, couples that grow together, they stay together. Families that grow together, they stay together. In other words, you are saying to me, if you want to have a happy family, when you start having a family, if you want to have a happy wife, make sure that your personal growth and your development in all of the areas in your life, they don't exclude your wife, they don't exclude your children, and they don't exclude your family. How many times have you ever been in a place or an environment where you were developing yourself and you go like, ish, I wish my girlfriend was here with me, or I wish my wife was here with me, or ish, I wish my children were here with me. That only happens when the purpose that you are pursuing for your life and your career are not the same thing, in the same context. Let your purpose, let your family be united, even your career. When you've discovered what your purpose is, when your wife or your husband has bought into your purpose, when your children have bought into your purpose, even when you're making career moves or you're choosing which companies to work for, you check, is this a company that will help me to fulfill my purpose? Will I be fulfilling my purpose in this company? Or will I just be miserable going to work each and every day? Will I hate every moment of it when I'm going to work? That won't happen. But if you choose a career, a job or a company that's also aligned with your purpose, you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose. Why? Because when I'm going to work, I'm fulfilling my purpose. When my job or my work sends me to other parts of the world, I am not one person, then there's my purpose, then there's... No. I am one and the same thing. We are one, even as a family. When I'm given the opportunity to bring along my wife and my children, we are fulfilling our purpose together. And as my mentor said, families that grow together, they stay together. And they have lasting memories together. How beautiful would it be when you don't have to choose between your wife or your husband and your children and your work? How amazing and how beautiful would that be? Where me being me fulfilling the assignment and purpose for my life, it's the same thing as me spending time with my wife. It's the same thing as me spending time with my children. Number 3, we said number 1, it starts with me. Number 2, it grows to the relationships I have. And number 3, build a team. Build a team that buys into your purpose. As you are looking at building a purposeful business, a business that has got a purpose, my purpose, our purpose as a family, then I look into the team. When I'm building the team, or when I'm interviewing or interrogating people that want to be part of my team or that will be my employees, I first ask them, what is your purpose? What is the purpose that you are pursuing with your life? Then I check and evaluate it. Is it aligned with the company's purpose? Will my business be the right environment to help you fulfill your particular purpose? And if it's not, then hey, we thank you. We thank you very much for applying to our company. Unfortunately, the purpose that we have as a company and the vision that we are pursuing will not advance you, will not help you get towards the fulfillment of your purpose. Please try company X. And that will be okay, because you know very well that you are not the right company. You are not the right place to help a particular person fulfill or advance the completion and the fulfillment of their purpose. We said number 3, it continues to the team that it is that you are building for your team. If there's one thing that I've learned in the few 10 plus years of being in business, starting out as my own and into my different ventures, I've learned that 1 is too small of a number to achieve greatness. Let me repeat that again. 1 is too small of a number to achieve greatness. In other words, it's good to do things on your own because you can do them the way you want them, perfectly, the way that you see or want them in your head. But you are limited by the impact that it is that you can make because you are just one person. If you are speaking, you've got only one mouth. If you are working, you've got only 2 hands. You've only got 2 feet. But when you partner up with other people, when you build a team where you unite with other people, with other organizations, with other companies, suddenly now I no longer have one mouth. We collectively have many mouths. We've got many hands and many feet. Now the impact that we are making can shake our community. The impact that we are making as a team can shake our province, it can shake our circuit, it can shake our district, it can shake our province, it can shake our country, it can shake our continent. Why is that happening? Because 1 is too small of a number to achieve greatness. You can't do it all alone. You can't do it all alone. Yes, it's very tempting to want to do everything on your own. But if you're doing everything on your own, you're going to be exhausted. You are going to burn out. The best thing to do is to have a team. Build a team that has bought into your vision. A team that you know that even in my absence, I know for sure that their purpose for my life, their purpose for our business is being fulfilled. If I'm out and I've gone on a honeymoon with my wife, I know that the business that I am running, the business that I have created, my children, even in my absence, are fulfilling their purpose. Hey, my employees are fulfilling their purpose. Hey, even when we are out on a date, even when we are out for a walk in the park, whatever romantic venture it is that we are doing to strengthen our relationship, there is no stress. There's not that chatter at the back of your head. What's happening? Hey, no. It's not there. Why? Because I have built a business on my purpose. In my absence, I know that my business is in good hands. I know that my business, if I've hired employee number 27, who is Ebenezer, I know that Ebenezer is fulfilling his purpose in my business. He has bought into my purpose. He has bought into the vision that we are pursuing at the company. His family is also involved. They have also done the same thing he has done. They have also done the same thing that I have done. All of us are collectively fulfilling our purposes. Hey, what great joy that would be. Hey, what great joy that would be for you and I to do everything, to live a life of purpose, to live a life where I don't have to choose between life, work, or family. No. What great joy would that be? What great joy would that be? Where I don't have to choose either between spending time with my wife or spending time with my children and running my business. No. It's one and the same thing. Where my employees don't have to choose between being with their families or being with me. It's one and the same thing. They don't even have to choose. They don't even have to choose to be. They know very well that when I'm with my children, we are fulfilling our purposes. They can bring their children at work because we are collectively fulfilling our purpose as a family. Hey! What great joy would that be for you and I? And number 4, it ends with making an impact in the community. If we are building a purposeful business, we said number 1, it starts with me. Number 2, it continues with the relationships that I am in or I'm involved in. Number 3, it further continues with the team that I'm building. And number 4, it ends with the community. What great joy would it be when whatever it is that we are doing as a business, whatever it is that we are doing as a company or as an organization, it improves the life of the community. It makes the community better. Hey, what great joy would that be where I don't even have to leave my community. When I don't even have to leave where I stay to go and pursue my purpose. Because I know that my purpose, me fulfilling my purpose, my family fulfilling its purpose, my business fulfilling its purpose, it's the same thing as my community, our community fulfilling its purpose. I know that the fulfillment of my purpose does not destroy my community. I know that the fulfillment of my purpose does not destroy another family. I know that the fulfillment of my purpose does not hinder another family, another person, another individual, another member of our community. It does not hinder them in any way, form, sort, or shape. It's one and the same thing. It ends with your community. Hey, Don't leave your community out of your purpose. Bring your community into your purpose. You know, I always say, and I always remind my homeboys and girls who have gone to other provinces and who have gone to other countries to try to fulfill and their purpose and to get a better life. I always remind them that remember that when you are gone and you've gone to wherever you are, if your success only benefits you and it leaves the community behind, the community will become envious. The people around your community will become envious of your success. And sooner or later, when you are gone, that envy, that hunger, that jealousy, that desire that you've helped, you've encouraged, it will be the same ones that the chair at the back of their head that's happening will be like, hey, he's gone, you know. He's gone. And he's got a TV that you don't have. And now, because you've left your community, you've isolated your community from your purpose. Tomorrow when there is a break-in, everyone in the community sees it as an opportunity to settle the score with you. They see it as an opportunity to equalize the wealth gap. The wealth gap. Because they would be, when you are pursuing your purpose, when you are fulfilling your purpose and you leave everyone behind you, tomorrow what happens is that the success gap between you and them becomes so wide that where you are and where they are so far apart. The hunger that they have that you don't have becomes so deep and so strong that tomorrow, instead of them taking care of your property when you're not there, they see your property as an opportunity to alleviate their hunger. My friend, as you go about building a purposeful business, number one, start with you. Number two, get to the relationships and build the relationships that you have on the purpose that you have. Number three, build a team that has bought into your purpose and your vision. And number three, let the purpose and the vision that you have, let it enhance the lives of your community. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time.